Hey tankers, and welcome back to World of Tanks with PR154, and today we're on Province in the Tier 7 Russian heavy tank, the KV-3. This is quite a sturdy vehicle. It's one of the vehicles that you'll pick up headed towards the IS-4 line or the ST-2 line. In this case, I was headed to the IS-4 line. Now we are in its top configuration of turret and main armament. For my own reasons, I didn't actually use any free experience to sort of get the top modules early. I tended to grind my way through them, rightly or wrongly. And what that has a tendency to do is I do struggle a bit with the win rates while I'm doing that equipment grind. So now that I've got it in its top configuration, I do like to go back and revisit some of these vehicles and basically polish the proverbial turd. And there's no reason that this vehicle shouldn't be able to do it. It has a very nice gun for tier, 122mm main armament, excellent turret armor. The hull armor leaves a lot to be desired, but with appropriate angling, it's pretty tough. Frontally, not so much. You do get a couple of undesirably flat plates. Now, I guess in these mid-tier turd polishing exercises, I'm really just out there to try to play to the best of my ability and correct a record using the tank in its top modular configuration. But occasionally you get some surprises. Now in this case, I'm due for a mission completion, specifically Union-6 for the Chimera to rain on their parade. Now what I have to do is, within the first 4 minutes of battle, of which there is only a little over 2 minutes remaining, I have to destroy 3 enemy vehicles. For an honest completion, I also have to win, and I also have to survive. That's a bit difficult to draw a prediction to that end, because we're only about 2 minutes in, but here's the problem. We're 2 minutes in, which means I've only got 2 minutes left to destroy 3 enemy tanks. So we've W keyed the whole way through, and we're finally getting into position. We've got the T-34 85M that's managed to lock down these 2 heavy tanks. You can see the Caro P88 has loosed a shot downrange. We thought we might have an opportunity on the Crusader P, but it was not to be. So we thought we'll start trading some shots out, and we've got the Caro P88, and bang, there's our first kill. But we've got a minute 20 to pick up another 2. So let's see how we go. We've got the VK3001P. We'll need a high roll to kill that one. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite come off. With 2 medium tanks behind us, we were fairly confident that they were going to be able to towel up that enemy. So there really wasn't too much point us hanging around. We did have to just keep W keying forward to try to pick up another opportunity. Now, in a 3 SPG match, invariably you've got a couple of SPGs that are hiding towards the back. We're aiming this Crusader SP very carefully, but it doesn't quite pay off. We ended up missing that shot. ARL V39 has poked around the corner, and our friendly AMX-12T has been able to put a couple of shots in it. Now, we've got a alpha damage of 390 hit points with our 122mm main armament, so we do have the opportunity to one-shot the ARL V39, and we're able to do so. That gives us our second kill for the game, but we've got less than 20 seconds left to get our 3rd kill. There's an SU-100 and it's on its side and one-shottable, and we're able to pick up our 3rd kill of the game. So a bit of luck on our side there. Certainly no complaints. Now we do have some honours conditions we need to observe. We have to win, which, given the way the team's going, we've got a 5-gun advantage. No reason why that won't happen. But we also have to survive, and we've only got 274 hit points left. So we do have to be a little bit careful here, and that may mean inhibiting ourselves from a stellar game towards the end. But that's no reason to suggest we can't pick up a few extra kills before this game is done. So we've been able to knock out the Hummel, We can see our Hellcat is making their run towards the bottom of the hill, and they find a Granatenwerfer Panther, and we're able to knock that out for our 5th kill of the game. So that'll be Pascucci's medal for us there. Now hopefully we're back far enough outside of spotting range that we can continue to contribute to the fight somewhat without exposing ourselves to too much risk of damage. I mean, when you have a look at what's on the other side, you've got KV-2s, you've got OIs, a couple of tank destroyers there, but I guess we also have a bit of a characteristically dispersive Russian main armament. So we're just waiting for the OI to turn the broadside of its bust towards us. Unfortunately, that's still not helping out the big Russian gun. Fortunately, there's plenty of friendlies that are able to put the shots into it and get our friendly Hellcat out of trouble. There is a Jackson poking around the corner. They've been able to direct some fire towards our AMD 178 and the KV-2 Ragnarok. A nice meaty hit into that one, quickly followed up by at least 3 or 4 other guns. So that was limiting its threat towards the team. Everything looking up for us here as far as our ability to win and survive. And quite frankly, when survival is key, it's certainly not a time to be greedy. I'd like to think we expended all our luck managing to knock over our primary mission condition with just seconds to spare. This just leaves the Jackson. It's unfortunately a bit too much hard cover between us and them. I mean, we could run down the hill, but all we'll do is end up finishing the game tired, and we certainly aren't too interested in that. We might have an opportunity on the back end of the turret of the Jackson, however. It's just not to be. The KV-1S ends up taking the final kill, but that's alright because we got our mission completed with honours. So let's take a quick look at those results. So for our efforts there, it was a level 2 mastery badge. We picked up a couple of epic medals, however, though. We got the high caliber medal for accounting for at least 20% of the total hit points on the enemy team, and the Pascucci's medal for knocking out the 2 SPGs once we'd managed to clear the top of the opposing ridge on Province. We've also picked up a couple of badges of merit here. We've got the Bruiser medal for damaging enemy vehicle modules or crew members at least 5 times in the course of the battle, for the Duelist medal for destroying at least 2 enemy vehicles that have caused damage to our vehicle in turn, the Fighter medal for destroying at least 4 enemy vehicles this battle, and we've been able to touch the upper limit of that. We're still a kill short of a Top Gun. And of course the Fire for Effect medal for doing at least 8 hit points in damage. It usually goes hand in hand with the high caliber medal. Having a look at the team scores, we have had a top by experience point placement, but we had a few teammates that weren't too far behind us between the KV-2 and the AMX 1375. Special mention on the enemy team to the Jackson that is holding out right to the very end when had a reasonable damage and kill count there under the circumstances. Having a look at the detailed report, quite a profitable game for us. These missions have a tendency to throw a bit of coin your way once you knock them over, particularly with the honours completion. But overall, happy with that for a tier 7 game. Putting aside the missions payout, that would have been 25,000 credit windfall for us. So there we have it. A bit of luck on our side, knocking over Union 6.2 for the Chimera, but quite happy with that result. And if you've got a result that you're happy with and you'd like to share with the community, please reach out over Discord or any of the links below, and we'll do our best to sort you out. In the meantime, take care out there.